Welcome. Thanks for joining me at True North. We're training today, like we always train when we get here. Make sure to pass this on to your friends. This is growing like crazy inside and outside the United States. Remember, our goal is to have 30,000 chiropractors plugged in and turned on to this every single week. What are we doing? We're learning how to attract more new patients, how to increase our retention, our revenue, and how to really have more influence in your community on chiropractic. And we do that by answering tough questions, challenges that chiropractors are having every day in their practice. And this one comes from Dr. Pat. She says, motivating my team doesn't seem to last. My practice has really been flat for over 2 years. How can I get myself out of this rut and start serving more people? Well, I don't have to say that the world has changed greatly in the last 3 to 4 years, but you know what's interesting? How many chiropractors are experiencing best ever results right now? See, some of them never really chose to believe that there was a recession. In other words, they recession-proofed their mind. And what they realized is there's sick people, there's people that are hurting and people that need help, and I have an answer. And I'm wondering today, are you coming from that place? Is it lack or abundance? Which bucket seems to be filled up more with your mindset? Lots of challenges and issues and reasons why not, or all the opportunities and the potential why too? You need to move yourself into this other bucket, this bigger, better bucket, and as you do that, greater things are going to come your way, I promise. Now, there's 3 things I want to make sure to leave you with as we think about answering this question today. And the first one is vision over statistics. Do you know what's all too often the case? You look at your day, you look at your week, and you add up, well, how many adjustments did I do? And how many new patients came in? And how much money came in? And those are not bad things, but what happens is, literally from my brain to my tongue, I'm communicating these to my team on a regular basis, and those stats, they're not happy stats. They're not impressive stats. Those are not growing stats. And so I'm projecting something that really isn't interesting, something that isn't motivating, something that isn't fun. Everyone knows when the practice isn't doing as well as it could or should, right? What we want to be able to do is manage the statistics, but we don't want to lead by them. So we want to be able to remind our team, and mostly yourself, what's my vision? Why am I here in this town? Why have I been put into this circle where hundreds of thousands of people within driving distance of this place, I have an answer to their health problems? The more you communicate like that to your team, and there's the reason why to get up in the morning, the reason why to stretch a little bit, maybe get a little uncomfortable, trying some new things, suddenly you're going to start noticing the motivation around your practice is awesome. People have caught the fire, and now it's not your job to keep them motivated. The philosophy and the vision by your culture of your practice is doing it almost on their own. Pepper it with stats, but don't just put the stats in the center of your communication and watch what happens. The second key is to take a field trip. Every year, I wind up having every single one of my clients go visit another chiropractor. And not just any chiropractor. I want you to go see with your team, whether you have to get on a plane, whether you have to get on a boat, whether you can drive, whatever it is. And if you need help, just contact me and I'll send you to someone. You want to see a practice that's doing about twice what you're doing. So if you're adjusting 100 a week, go see one that's seeing 200. If you're at 200 a week, go see someone that's seeing 350, 400 a week. Why? Because a lot of times we haven't actually seen that which we want to create. Imagine going to a practice and literally seeing another practice doing what you hope to do, what your goals are to do. Do you know what? It stretches your mind and it stretches your vision in a way that doesn't snap back. It's almost like you can't not see it anymore. Now you take that picture of all those people getting adjusted and all of that success in that practice and how that team was working together, and you bring it back into your culture and your environment, and you know what happens? You start growing into the picture. You start growing into what that other practice was seeing. Take a field trip. Take a field trip. And the third, which is, of course, huge, is to play the good, better, best game with your teammates. Good, better, best is to take the statistics that you are tracking and say, you know what? Let's just say 100 patient visits a week has been our best week so far. Well, then the very next week we see 105. Bonus them. for seeing a better week. Now, of course, there's not going to be another bonus until we beat 105. So if we drop back to 102, there's no bonus. But when we hit 108, bonus it again. It's a leapfrog approach. So every week we have an incentive and a focus to say, let's take our good and make it better, and our better and make it best. And when we have fun like that, the motivation on your team is high, it's strong. People are waking up early, getting to the practice on time or ahead of time, and they're serving in your practice in uncommon ways. Always, always vision first. I look forward to being back with you again soon. Until next time, practice with passion. Have a great day. God bless.